I just think that if you're in a Pilates class and you're over 200 pounds, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be going on walks. You shouldn't be in the gym. You shouldn't be eating healthy. If you have a gut, don't go. If your dog is fat, they shouldn't be walking. We don't want to see you. Pilates, it has taken the world by storm.
Hey, panic! I'm scared.
It is extremely trendy and especially trendy on TikTok. The girlies absolutely love this exercise. But like with anything, it's gotten so popular that the drama starts to come out and many people are calling Pilates, well, a whole cult.
I've always thought that solid core was a cult, and this really just confirmed my suspicion.
And you know, I've never been to a Pilates studio, so I don't know if they're doing some type of Pilates cult ceremony. So who knows? What I do know is that many people say that there's a lot of mean girls in this community.
I feel like Pilates is like sometimes a mean girls club.
We need to talk about mean girls in Pilates because some people just need to shut the f up once a week.
And as many people flock to Pilates, there's always those people that are saying, I don't want to go into that group because they seem like if I can't get my knee to my face, they're not gonna like me. They think that if they're obese, they're not gonna like them.
Oh, hey, boo. The weightlifting class is actually down the hall.
And someone named Lizzy, you guys don't listen to that, her name is actually Monica, would make that fear come true with a classic in the car rant.
If you're 200 pounds, you shouldn't be in a Pilates class. There's no reason why they should allow 200-pound people in a level 2 class.
So that's Lizzy, and as a trainer, I have a little bit of a question for her. If they were to implement this rule, how would they? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bending with Michelle. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna need you to step on this to make sure that you're able to be in my class. Gym policy. Is that what you expect, Lizzy? Is that what we're supposed to do?
There's something, or you shouldn't be allowed to be a Pilates instructor if you have a gut.
Oh! So she's nobody. If you're over 200 pounds, that's the limit, gone. If you are someone who is obese and quite bendy and you have been practicing Pilates for a long time, gone. You must be skinny so that Lizzy will take your class.
You're fat.
So that is Lizzy, people, who caused an uproar in the Pilates, exercise, weightlifting, and of course the body positivity community space. People were pissed.
Karma is a bitch and we love her. The fuck? I love how the internet like grouped together and found out Pilates studio.
I don't know what possessed her to come out and say this.
Lizzy is public enemy number one. And you know what? She asked for that. She had her whole sunglasses on, lipstick popping. I think she even lined her lips and said, if you're fat, don't work out. Not even don't work out. You shouldn't be allowed in the gym. And thus people are saying, see, this is the cult of Pilates that we're talking about. But before we get into this deep video, because a lot has happened to Lizzy.
You go into detail about how literally like 8 girls in my DMs know about your little affair with Dr. Maneras.
Let's get into the backstory of Pilates. Because before the girlies was doing the Pilates,
if you're a grown-ass man, you should not be allowed to do Pilates.
it was actually created by a man. Pilates was actually created by Joseph Pilates. It was his last name, and so he just used his last name and made a workout for it. Joseph was originally from Germany and was an extremely sickly child who became interested in physical health and strength. So he studied various exercise disciplines, including yoga, gymnastics, and martial arts. Originally during World War I, he interned in England as a German national, and he would actually help rehabilitate injured soldiers. Even the ones that were bedridden, he would kind of rig it up and do this whole system where he would still make their body move even though they were in bed, kind of similar to the more modern reformer today that's extremely popular. Then Mr. Pilates moved into the US and, well, Pilates was born here. He got a studio with his wife Clara. Well, not his wife Clara. Actually, back in the day, they were not married, so it was super scandalous. But they opened a studio and a lot of dancers really loved it and started doing a lot of the movement. After his death in 1967, his students continued to teach and evolve the method, and by the 1990s, Pilates had entered the mainstream fitness world thanks to Hollywood and celebrities, and it became more of a like rich people thing to do. Suburban housewives doing their Pilates, you know, kind of like yoga. Speed it up to 2025 and everybody's doing yoga, especially on TikTok.
Come with me to my Pilates class. I'm trying out my new set for a Pilates workout today.
Come to my Pilates class with me. This is my cute little outfit.
And Mr. Pilates' original theme around Pilates and his exercise that he created was that it's for everyone. You're a bedridden soldier, you're a bedridden obese person, you're just bedridden, you know, you're someone who weightlifts. It's something that's good to connect your mind, body, and soul and strengthen up that core. So he would be very, very disappointed that one, Miss Lizzy is saying,
You're 200 pounds, you shouldn't be in a Pilates class.
and it's kind of been hijacked by a gang on TikTok, the pink Pilates princesses.
This is like the ultimate Pilates princess outfit.
The pink Pilates princess. They sleep in pink. Their slippers are pink. Their workout clothes are, you guessed it, pink. Water bottles pink, towels are pink, mats are pink, ankle weights and wrist weights are pink. And after you're all done with your pink Pilates princess workout, roll your pink mat up with a large pink scrunchie and drive away in your light pink car and do it all again the next day. This is the pink Pilates princess aesthetic, and it's so strong it will get even the laziest out of bed, according to this TikToker.
I'm about to get into my full pink Pilates princess visual form.
The pink Pilates princess is influencing women everywhere to get off their butt cheeks and onto that pink mat, but it has rules.
So not only can you not be fat when doing Pilates, you also cannot be a man.
What are the legal ramifications for banning men from Pilates classes? Because I genuinely don't think that they should be there.
The ramifications is that that's discrimination. But as someone who's worked at a gym, been at a gym, and you see certain types of people, usually men, infiltrate a aerobic class that's usually full of women, and then they start getting inappropriate.
Why would a man be there? Why would a man be there? No, it's actually pissing me off.
But then on the other side, there's men that just really like aerobic classes. I've had clients who just love aerobic classes. They're having fun and they just like to move their body in that way, and all the women love them.
Pilates is for women. Why do you let men in? First of all, Pilates is for everybody.
So I think that it's very to say, you know, like, let's just ban men from Pilates because it's only for the girlies. Unfortunately, certain men definitely ruin it for the other men that just want to stretch out their butt cheeks.
All I'm saying is today I saw a man approach a girl after our Pilates class and he was like, damn, that was a hard one. And she was like, yeah, it was really tough. And he goes, you look good doing it though.
Ew. Yeah, see, that would irritate the hell out of me. I don't go to group classes and I try to limit myself at gyms because I don't want human interaction when I'm trying to just squat, hip thrust, chest press, and run. But there is a trend in Pilates that they do not want men in their spaces. Can men be banned from Pilates classes? Your grunting and loud breathing are disturbing my only peaceful 45 minutes. All right, that's another strike. You can't be fat, you can't be a man, and you cannot be a man that grunts in a Pilates class. Honestly, that'd be very annoying. How I feel when I see a man at Pilates. Respectfully, leave it to the women. This is our space, peaceful space, and you're just throwing off the vibe.
Why would a man be there? Why would a man be?
You know, I mean, I get it. If I was in a Pilates class and it's normally all women, and then you go in there and you see a random man, and you know, I don't really want to see a man seeing my legs spread out, and then he sees my Vanessa saying hi to the world. Only the women can see that.
Mention it all.
And I don't even want them seeing it. So I get it. But also, this is like on the same level of those men that I see saying,
women shouldn't be in the weightlifting part because they're gonna get mad that we stare at.
Listen, I am willing to pay $50, $100 a month for a gym membership that's for men only.
You know, for some reason, I don't believe you're willing to pay that much, sir.
Something that I don't love about Pilates is that many people will say, oh, I want to do Pilates because I don't want to get buff. I don't want to get too bulky, you know? I know lifting a 10-pound dumbbell is gonna make me look like She-Hulk. Let me introduce you to the real Pilates queen. So I don't know what in the flying squirrel is going on with this. I have never seen anything like it. But the point I'm trying to make is that the real Pilates queen seems to only do Pilates, and you can see every freaking muscle that she has. Some muscles that I'm sure you don't even know what they are. She's got them. You can see them. Now she's clearly lifting up her body, which is going to be probably around 130 pounds, which is weight. So the people who are saying, I don't want to get bulky, it can happen, my Pilates princesses. I'm just kidding. Clearly she's doing a lot more than the average Pilates goer. You know, like the average suburban housewife that's going to Pilates most likely is not going to do all of this. This woman competes, and so she most likely does some sort of weightlifting. It's just that Pilates is her niche. When When it comes to the cult of Pilates, a lot of muscle usually isn't welcomed, or at least it's more frowned upon when talking about Pilates. Like most people who do Pilates, they do it to get the Pilates body. Slim, cute, petite, and adorable. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, if that's the type of body that people want. I am so all for it. I think I just have more of a problem with the people that try to sell these types of things of the Pilates body.
Here's my theory about why the Pilates girlies have the flattest stomachs. Like, they are all snatched.
Whatever workout you're gonna do with Pilates isn't going to signify that you're going to get a skinny looking body.
There is this whole debate between people wanting a Pilates body versus a gym body, and it's the funniest thing to me because there are plenty of people who are slim that lift weights that have a quote-unquote yoga body that actually go to the gym and, surprise surprise, lift very heavy, just as there are plenty of people who practice yoga and are muscular. Do we need to see the squirrel lady again?
I do Pilates all the time, but when it comes to my genetics, I'm still gonna have broad shoulders, I'm still gonna have a thick bottom, and I'm still gonna have thunder thighs, even at my slimmest. Another thing I don't like about the cult of Pilates is that many people will say that they only do Pilates, and the people that have really, really nice bodies do all the other things.
What the Pilates girlies are not telling you is that we actually lift weights. Lifting weights, it's not the evil.
They still weightlift, they still do cardio, and they still do Pilates.
You guys, I love Pilates. I advocate a lot for Pilates. Pilates definitely has transformed my body. This is my body after 2 kids. I got into the best shape of my life after having my kids, but Pilates is not going to make you lean. You have to fix your diet and you have to do cardio in order to lean out. I feel like a lot of girls go into Pilates thinking that they're going to get the Pilates body, but the Pilates body is not just from Pilates alone.
Because only one thing isn't going to be the best. You want to make sure that you can do all of it because that is how you get optimal health and a great physique. It's kind of like when people ask me, oh, what do you do to get your body like this? And I say, weightlifting.
All right, you guys are always asking me, what's the secret to your shoulders? I do the most basic exercises. I keep it very basic pretty much for everything. The main exercise that I like to do to get wider shoulder, a little this. Just some basic lateral raises. I don't even go very heavy. I have capped it at 15 pounds. This is the secret.
That's not completely true. I do weightlifting, but I also do a lot of cardio, and I also do Pilates, and I also take breaks to make sure that I can recover. It's not just one thing. But as cultish as people want to say that it is, and there's a lot of mean girls in this, that goes with any type of group. There's mean girls in bodybuilding, there's mean girls at the gym, there's mean girls everywhere, there's mean boys. And that one mean girl, Lizzy, would get what was coming to her. Because almost immediately after her rant that she thought that she killed it, not only did her TikTok get deleted, but she lost her job and had to swiftly put a apology out, which is also now deleted.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here and just formally apologize for my last few videos. They were nasty.
There was multiple? I only got to see one.
I think fat people shouldn't be in Pilates classes.
See, this is the problem with me. I'm not good at keeping up with TikTok because I don't like staring at my phone. So welcome to Do You Want a Job? I'm kind of looking for someone that is always on TikTok and has absolutely no life, and you just are up to date with all the drama, and you can pull all the clips for me very quickly and put them in order, kind of give me a detailed version of what's going on, so then when I review it, I kind of know. If you are chronically online, that job might just be for you. So email me. I'm not too sure what I pay a person to do that, but you know, let me know. Anyway, there was multiple.
And I think the reason why I posted them was because I think there are some insecurities in me and some self-hate or something.
Was that a laugh or a cry? Her voice kind of cracked a little bit. I don't know if she's like, oh fuck, I have to go apologize.
To these fat people who don't deserve Pilates.
Or she's really upset that she lost her job. In this economic climate, yikes.
But my membership got revoked.
Oh, kicked out. Rightfully deserved though, I think, maybe. Yeah, because she works there. Lost her job too. This pleases the fat people that she pissed off. You know they're celebrating.
So it's, you know, I've learned that I can't let those things like take over.
This doesn't feel like she's sorry. It feels like, oh, I lost my job and I kind of have to apologize now.
We're sorry.
It doesn't feel like it's, what is that word? Sincere. Also, stop messing with your hair. I don't know why that was bothering me, but it was.
Because it's not okay, and it's just not pretty, and it's nasty. And I just feel really bad.
For yourself?
I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned.
Okay. She was mad that people mentioned her on TikTok and said, girl, what? And then she said that she lost her job and that she lost her gym membership. That's what's going on here.
And I was...
Is she looking at her phone?
It's just so toxic.
Okay, now you're just saying words.
And I'm just so sorry about that. That is... As you can see, that's not my content.
But there was multiple videos.
That wasn't my content back then. And... I don't know, I just feel really bad. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings.
And then she ends it with,
I'm just, I think I just need to go to therapy.
Well, sorry, bitch, because you're out of the cult. She's out of the cult of Pilates. She's out of the gym. She's out of a job. Rule of the day. You can say no men, but you can't say no fat people. Anyway, I think I'm deep enough in the video that I can talk about this. And I think it's something that a lot of the body positive people might agree with me on, is that a lot of what people have a problem with when it comes to Pilates and Princess Pilates influencers is that they promote EDs. And a few weeks ago, we talked about skinny talk because many people are saying skinny talk is toxic. They tell people don't eat anything. They tell people not to eat protein because it's gonna make you bigger. They tell people to just not eat. And then I went down the skinny talk lane and I was shocked. I was expecting some crazy things of very malnourished bodies, but I just found a bunch of women saying, oh, we like to count calories. Oh, we look at a food label or two. Oh, we decide to have a protein shake instead of a big old slice of cake before bed. And people will tag me in like certain things and be like, Michelle, this is what we're talking about, the side of skinny talk that is very deadly. Michelle McDaniel, this is the side of skinny talk people are concerned about. And it's a very, you know, concerning type video, but then I will go down to the hashtags or even like the label and it has no hashtag saying skinny talk. It's just a skinny person that's got some problems. And so I have to disagree with the people saying skinny talk is this thing to be feared of. Most of the videos I see over there are really promoting what I promote. Moderation, looking at food labels, measuring out your food if you have problems of eating a whole pack of Oreos. Pilates, on the other hand, some things will sneak into here. There seems to be quite a bit of very, very thin people that do Pilates. And I clearly cannot say if they have a problem or not. But if you're someone who's afraid of skinny talk, I definitely don't recommend going over to the Pilates side because I have seen so many images of very, very thin people doing Pilates and then people in the comment section using that as motivation to not eat. And it's interesting because I watched a lot of what I eat in a day as like a Pilates girly or a Pilates instructor, and the protein is definitely lacking. What I eat in a day as a Pilates instructor: some kind of orange drink, bananas, apples, and 2 slices of toast with peanut butter. That's about 4 grams of protein. A delicious salad and sausage and cucumber. That will all have me running to McDonald's because I would not be satiated at all. And I've seen a lot of these and it's not something that bothers me. It's just something that I would try to eat like when I was younger, trying to lose weight so that I could have a more tight body. But in reality, all these foods would not keep me full at all. Many of the foods shown are high in calories for a small amount. For example, the bananas, high in calories, peanut butter, high in calories, and then just the bread and apples thrown on there. I could eat all of that. I would be starving. And as a trainer, a lot of people will come to me and say they don't want to eat a lot of protein because they think that protein is going to just magically pop muscles onto them. They think that eating 4 ounces of chicken is just going to make their quads pulsate. And so it was very, very interesting to see that a lot of the Pilates girlies do not like to have a sustainable amount of protein. Because remember, you don't want to get too bulky, even though you're not lifting all that much weight, unless you're doing that squirrel Pilates thing. You really can't get bulky.
Don't weight lift, it makes you bulky. Do Pilates if you want to get super lean. Walk a million gajillion steps every single day and you don't have to do anything else to lose fat.
Unless you're actively trying. Y'all, this is gonna be more than 15-pound chest presses. Also, remember that many of you all that start lifting weights think that you're getting bulky because you do not fix your diet. So you start building muscle underneath the body fat, giving you a bulkier look. Lean. Some people then switch to Pilates because of the bulk look and the frustration, and they turn into that pink Pilates princess. They start losing weight because they are losing muscle. But then they all say it was the wonders of Pilates, when in reality you're going through atrophy and wearing super cute clothes. No matter which of the exercises you choose, if you want to have a lean body and want to lose the fat, you have to reduce reduce your calories, you know, the calorie deficit, the restriction of calories, but in a healthy way so that you have enough energy to work out. I just hope that the people who are only doing Pilates and doing this trend because they see a lot of skinny people doing it and think lifting 3 pounds is enough, understand that weightlifting has its benefits as well. It can help you in your Pilates classes and, of course, as you age. And I hope the people who only do weightlifting and put so much stress on their bodies can also see the benefits of being a Pilates princess a couple times a week.
If you want more videos like this, check out this one of the girl who's opposite of this, who is saying, you know what? You should all just stay fat because it's the strong thing for a woman to do in this political climate. I'll link that one below. You want something completely different and not related to weight? I just did a very, very deep dive into why Disney is failing on purpose. I don't know what the hell their problem is. Maybe they're lacking protein and carbs and their brain is just off. I don't know, but both those videos are linked below and in the comment section. And I will see you guys next time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I'm a motherfucking squirrel. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your eardrum.